You know, I love the fact that this man is always unintentionally stating his true intentions for the presidential position if he eventually enter in hand. Now, why God no go ever let him enter in hand? So you see what he said there, ba? And that is the same mindset his minions have. Now let me break down this NELFUND program to you people, because I've noticed that a lot of 90% of the people in the obedience movement, even the ones that claim to be elite, they are actually slow. They are slow. Yes. They're not really wise and they're not really that intelligent. So let me break it down for you. Mr. Peter Obi and your minions of obedience. This NELFUND program was introduced to the Nigerian education system. Why? As a relief on parents who could not afford education for their children after secondary school. Before you come to my comment section to come and tell me about how school fees were increased and the NELFUND program is a scam because now the same government will increase school fees now produce NELFUND, I want to ask you a question too. The time where Obi increased school fees for Anambra, did he provide an alternative program to cater to the needs of the people who could no longer afford the hiked tuition fee? Did he? No, he did not. So let's move on. There is nowhere in the world where education is cheap. If education was cheap, it wouldn't be special. Even the year back when the quotes as high institution school fees was 13K and 20K. Even as at that 13K, 15K, 20K, there were 1,001 parents who could not afford that money. There were people who dropped out of school because they could not afford that 13K. Imagine if there was a NELFUND program introduced by any of the past sitting presidents. A lot of people who are not graduates today would be graduates. Abi, you know. Take and play first. You know, so now they play intentional daft. So I'm here to be lecturing you people. I no go let una mumu even intentionally. Now this program did not just cater to the education of the students. Now I want to address those of you who say waiting be 20K stipend. I will tell you what 20K stipend is. This program did not just cater for their school fees, because he knows say who they go school they chop food. If you pay school fees finish, you no see food chop. How you wanted they attend lecture? That's where that 20K stipend came from. After they don't settle your 250K school fees for you, government go still credit you 20K allowance for the month. Say use this one with other ones where you they get and your small food stuff where your parents could provide. Manage them till they go school. A lot of you that come online to spill bullshit. That 13K where they pay that time, a monthly allowance where your parents no fit afford. Now why many of una do olosho and hook up work those days for school? Una no rest for Roscoe and Aristo those days. Otumba, Chief, and Alaji no rest for una hand that year. Because why? You wanted to pay your school fees and have pocket money and buy handout. Now why? Your nyash was on fire those days. So before you come online to talk down on an opportunity that if you had it, you probably would have graduated school as a virgin. Better think. And they like mumunes. I don't like people who intentionally play stupid and commonize things that they did not have. Many of you are regretting the body count you have now that you piled up during your university days. Why? Because you could not afford this common thing that you are talking about now. Do you know how many parents feel relieved now because of NELFUND? BP know they rise because they won't pay children school fees. All they need to do is pack the children bag, give them the small rice and curry where they get. Government they provide the stipend and the children go to go school. Do you know how many families we don't get for Kobale because of NELFUND? And you come online to come and spew trash. Say, no be loan. The loan where you collect for who pay. JB is as they pile up. Now so NELFUND be. You whine yourself and your village women. Before you talk sometimes, make research, understand something. Many of you talk from a place of ignorance. And I will not blame you. Because see, I'm now Ogama, they talk from place of ignorance. And that is why I no pray may this man ever happen to Nigeria.
If you check well, you see this girl we talk this thing for this video. That first video we now watch. You see that girl? That girl na Yoruba. If you check well, that girl na Yoruba girl. She go be Yoruba. That girl where you see we talk that thing. You thought say maybe Peter Obi never happened to Nigeria. You now waiting you don't happen to. How is your life? China for window, you can't do that video. You no get light. Light you know there for your heart. China for window, so that your this thing go there bright. Your video go there bright. China for window, you can't do that. Use your phone there record. I pour you speech. I pour you speech. So because the Peter Obi thought say NELFUND and waste of public fund, you thought say Peter Obi never happened to Nigeria. Are you aware that through that NELFUND that this government created now, that billions of naira can be looted through that NELFUND? This government now can budget like 100 billion or let's say 50 billion to be disbursed to share to students. And out of that 50 billion, only 1 billion will be shared to students. The rest 49 billion they will loot it among themselves and share it among themselves. Through that NELFUND, billions of naira will be looted. But you will not understand. That's why Peter Obi made that statement. That's why Peter Obi made that statement. That NELFUND is a waste of public fund, because you understand that through that agency, through that angle, that a lot of money will be looted through that angle. But Peter Obi never happened to Nigeria. Now tell me, now you that Tinubu don't happen to. How is your life? How is your life? How is your life? How is your life? I beg, let's watch the other video. I think concerning Peter Obi. Let's watch the other video. And if you watch, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, and always they engage on my video. And the only way you go take they support me. Everything everything you have passed through this, everything you have been passing through in this country. And you see somebody credible like Peter Obi. It's always straightforward. And you're here making trash. Let's watch the other video. Let's hear what that guy want to talk about Peter Obi. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
If you are someone that likes Peter Obi, or you support Peter Obi, or you know Peter Obi, share this video to Peter Obi. Because many of you, especially the obedience, many of you are so emotional. Whenever you see a content online criticizing Peter Obi, you want to let her loose. Whereas criticism is part of democracy. Whereas criticism is what people have used to improve themselves. For somebody like Peter Obi, Obi is not moving like somebody who is prepared to win an election. You know, for somebody like me, first of all, in case you are just coming across me on social media for the first time, I don't create content to please people here. That is because I am not a full-time content creator. I have a stable 9 to 5 I do in America. I have a business I do here in America. So I don't rely on followers to make a living. And this content is not an insult to anybody. We can all hold normal debates, sensible debates, without having to insult each other. If Peter Obi really believes that he wants to lead Nigeria, he should start moving. He should start doing things that shows that he is ready. Obi is beginning to behave as somebody who just wants to contest an election. No. You know why I am saying this? Because firstly, I do not belong to any political party, which give me this clear sight to see a lot of things that many of you who belong to political parties may not see. This is my own personal opinion, and I am not forcing it on anybody. Obi did a podcast not too long ago. When Rufai was even asking Peter Obi some questions, Obi refused to answer. I saw that podcast. But the reason why I am doing this content is that there is one particular thing Peter Obi has that Nigeria needs, that I have seen in him, is the ability to spend prudently. Obi has it. Even though I have my reservations about Obi, which is something I'm going to discuss subsequently. But you see this ability to be prudent with money. Nigeria needs it now. Peter Obi to be running away from questions. That is not a presidential move. You have to convince people what you are ready to do differently from what this present government is doing. A lot of people were saying, Obi don't want to say it. He don't want this present government to thief his strategy. Sometimes when I see the way many of you in Nigeria write on social media and hear the things people say, I wonder, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, sir, these 2027 presidential elections that is coming, I don't want it to be one-sided, because already you are playing into the hands of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And many of your followers are not telling you. People are using the love people have for you to cash out. There are some content creators, I have noticed online. They don't like Peter Obi, but they are just joining the bandwagon to get views. Obi need to work on answering questions. You cannot be running from questions. If they ask you, what can you do differently from what this present government is doing, you have to tell us, sir. We are no longer children. You understand? We are no longer children. How are you going to fix electricity if eventually you become the president? You are saying, Rufai. No, tell us. We are not kids in Nigeria, sir. I want you to be a worthy opponent to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So you have to give us a presidential move. That is what President Trump did. The things he condemned that the last administration of Joe Biden was doing, he said he was going to profile the solutions, and he said how he was going to do it. The deportation he said he was going to carry out, is it not happening? He said a lot of things that he is currently doing. So, sir, you cannot run away from questions. If not, you are playing into the hands of this present government that a lot of people are complaining about. I am not an obedient. I just want Peter Obi to be a worthy opponent. Many of you claim to like Peter Obi. You people are not even saying these things to him. Once you see somebody like me that says this thing and you want to attack the person, instead of you telling your principal to work on his flaws. Criticism is a good thing. It helps you grow. It helps you become a better person. Don't see somebody who is criticizing you as your enemy. No. You don't understand? So no. So if you know Peter Obi, send this video to her. I greet you.